Hey guys, how's it going? This is LikeABossGaming69 here, and this is my first video in what I'm hoping to become a series here on MreGamersTV, the main channel. I'm normally with adventures, but I decided to start doing this little series on here, and it's going to be called High School and Teenage Problems. Now, I am a freshman. I just finished my first freshman year, and I'm going to be a sophomore next year, so I've definitely experienced at least a little bit of high school, and I'm going to share what I know about high school, what's different, all that, and do that in this series while some awesome COD gameplay is in the background. While we're on that topic, this COD gameplay is brought to you by Joker Bamf. Link to his channel in the description below. This is an awesome gameplay here. He's playing some Black Ops Search and Destroy on Radiation with the AK-740U silencer attachment. He's just gonna go amazing here. He has two gameplays edited together here. One where he goes 10-0 and one where he goes 11-1. Almost goes 11-0, just gets the kill right at the end. It's still pretty awesome, so enjoy the gameplay while you listen to me talk about our first episode. And the topic for today is gonna be girls. Because listen, let's all be honest, middle school, you started to like girls, but it was a very awkward time. You know, like, girls were suddenly taller than boys and more developed than they were before, per se. And, you know, boys are starting to get a little hair in places where they didn't get before, and their voice was, you know, super squeaky all of a sudden, and it's very awkward. Everybody's very worried about how they look and stuff. That's why I still loved middle school, but it definitely was a pretty weird and awkward time for me, just like it was for almost everybody here. But then entering high school, the whole aspect of girls just changed for me. It changed for, I think, a lot of people. Like, you suddenly start seeing people around you with girlfriends, and you start seeing these just beautiful women who are like 4 years older than you, and you're like, whoa, 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 you know, just hold the phone. And so you start seeing these just beautiful women around you, and your friends start getting like boyfriends and girlfriends, and that is what I'm gonna sort of be talking about mainly today. I'm gonna tell the story of about two of my friends who started going out. Let's just call them Bill and Stacy. Yeah, Bill and Stacy. That's no relation to their real name, not even close at all. But Bill is in band with me, and I play the trumpet. He also plays the trumpet. It's kind of awkward if he's watching this right now. But anyway, so Bill started going out with Stacy. They were good friends, and they talked with each other. Then they started going out, and everything was going fine for a couple months. And then, like, after a while, they started kind of, I don't know, they break up for like a day, and then my friend, I already forgot his name, Bill, was it? No, it might have been Bill and Stacy, I think. Yeah, my friend Bill or Bob, whatever it is, he starts getting really sad and depressed, and then, you know, I'm like, you know, what's going on? And he's like, well, me and Stacy broke up. And I'm like, dude, you know, I thought I was going so good. And he's like, well, it was, but, you know, sometimes I just think I need a little break, and I just can't handle a girlfriend right now. So I'm like, all right, that's cool. You know, there's plenty of fish in the sea. There's plenty of beautiful women around us, so we don't have to worry about that. And then I come, like, the next day, and they're, like, sitting out in the hallway making out, and I'm like, dude, I asked them later in band, like, dude, what the heck, what's going on? I thought you guys broke up. I thought you were sick of her. And he's like, well, you know, I love her. And that's what stopped me, because I think love, especially in high school relationships, is one of the most overused terms ever. Because I personally, and I mean, I understand marriage, and I understand that it's the commitment and all that, but I support, like, you know, people do what they want to do. I know there's plenty of people who just don't get married, who live the married lifestyle. They just don't believe in that you know, big serious commitment, because, you know, they know they're going to be with each other, so why do they need a paper? And if they aren't, then, well, you know, then they never signed anything official saying they had to. So I believe, you know, no one should really love someone until you're prepared to spend the rest of your life with them. And that's something you really gotta think about. Because this my friend Bill, I'm not sure if he's ready to spend his life with Stacy. Those names are getting to me. But yeah, they're still going out right now, and everything is still going good. Now during summer, I'm not sure how that's gonna work out, but I definitely wish them the best. But again, relationships in high school are just, especially in like freshman and sophomore year, they really don't last that long. This is kind of the longest relationship I've seen last this whole year. There was a bunch of like 1 week, like couple days, maybe a month relationships that I knew about, and some of my friends were going out with these girls that they've known forever, and then they've thought they've always liked, but then all of a sudden they find out there's these, not horrible, but they're just these girls who ask way too much, because, you know, sometimes I really don't like when girls feel a man needs to treat them so great. I mean, I support feminists and all that, and the thing with feminists is that they think that women should be treated equal. So why is it that every time that a guy has to ask out a girl and a guy has to pay for dinner, I know it's the gentleman thing to do, but I think in this society these days, we need to just grow up and understand, hey, sometimes the girl can pay if she wants, sometimes the girl, I think it's whoever asks you out on the date should end up paying, and girls never ask a guy out on a date. I don't know why, it's kind of weird. It sure would save us. Girls are like, oh, I really wish you would just ask me out. We'll just go up and ask us for dinner. I'm sure there's only a few girls out there who really aren't that great. I mean, you know, and then we'll just say, you know, no thank you. Most of us aren't really jerks. And speaking of jerks, why is it that always the hottest girls always have to go after the most, just the worst jerks in the whole school? Like, sure, they play sports and they're buff, but they just treat you so bad. And then this kind of goes into the friend zone thing. That'll be saved for another episode. But they come crying to you and just ask, you know, why would you do this to me? And then you're just kind of sitting there awkwardly like, well, I wouldn't do this. And she laughs and all that, but I'll save that for another episode. So Bill and Stacy, such old names too. Yeah, they're still going strong. I hope their relationship stays because they're two really nice people. And they definitely deserve to spend as much time as they can bear with each other with for the rest of their lives. Yeah, and so I know a bunch of people who are starting to get in relationships, and now it's summer. Girls are off on the beach. Boys are in here playing video games like me, if they're not with a girlfriend. So yeah, so girls are definitely a big part of teenager lives and high school life, which is why I decided to talk about them, because they are obviously, yeah, a big part in a teenager's life. I don't know what the stat is, but like a guy thinks about a girl every something seconds, and it's like every 5 seconds or something. It's pretty, I don't know, you know, it's pretty crazy, because you start, this is kind of going back, but you start seeing these people who you've known your whole lives, and they were just girls, and suddenly a lot of times they change. Like, guys start calling them names that they're really not, just because they made a mistake, or just because they're pretty. Guys start treating them bad, and I think that's disrespectful, because this society these days is so dumb. Like, you look at the band LMFAO, and they just run around in like their underwear and screaming, and all the girls love them and all that stuff. And you look at like the Beatles. I'm just going off on a rant here. Either way, the video is coming to an end, guys. I hope you really enjoyed. Tune in next week if there is another series for this. I'll see you guys later. Yeah, check me out, LikeABossGaming69, link to my channel. I really appreciate it so much. You guys rock, and as always, have a boss day, guys. Peace.